Graphing linear equations in slope-intercept form. It's called slope-intercept form because slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And it's called that because it tells you the slope and the y-intercept. M, the number sitting with the x, multiplied by the x is our slope. And the number added on at the end, the b is our y-intercept, where the line is crossing the y-axis. Oops, I wrote that twice. The y-intercept. So, for example, if we have an equation that says y equals 1/3 x plus 2. Our m is the 1/3, and our b is plus 2. And that's where we start. We start with the y-intercept. We plot where the line is crossing the y-axis. This one is positive 2, so we count up 1, 2. And that's a point on our line. That was a bad point. And then from here we use the slope, the 1/3, to plot many other points on the grid. So it's a positive slope, so it's going up and to the right, and 1/3 rise over run. So we're going up 1. I need to get this out of the way. We're going up 1 and over 3. So up 1 and then over 1, 2, 3. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Going back to the y-intercept, in order to keep it a positive slope, then we would go down 1 and to the left 1, 2, 3. And that's all that I have room for. Lines, of course, go on forever and ever. You could just graph forever. So there's y equals 1/3 x plus 2. Here's another one. Let's do y equals 4x minus 3. So again, we start with the y-intercept. This time it's a negative number. So from the origin, instead of going up 3, we'll go down 3. And there's our y-intercept. Now we use the slope to make several other points. Our slope is 4, which written as a fraction is 4 over 1. So we're going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then positive again, so we move it to the right, so it's going in a positive direction. Positive slopes up to the right, negative slopes down to the right. Another way to think about it is, but you have to walk the little man from left to right. Positive is uphill, negative downhill. And my graph isn't quite big enough to do any more here. So, but if I went from the y-intercept down 4, then I'd go to the left 1. From this line again, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 1. And there's our line. Let's do another one. Let's do y equals negative 2/3 x. That's it, negative 2/3 x. So when there's no number written after the x term, what that means, it's like saying negative 2/3 x plus 0. There's nothing there. So that means our y-intercept is 0. So here's our y-axis, our x-axis. Along our y-axis, it's crossing at 0. And now we use our slope to plot many other points. Negative this time, so little man has to walk downhill. So if I starting from here, the y-intercept, if I go up 2, then I would go up 2, then I would go to the left 1, 2, 3. Back to the y-intercept, if I go down 2, 1, 2, then I would go to the right 1, 2, 3. to make the little man walk downhill. And there we go. That's graphing in y equals mx plus b, your slope-intercept form. We also have our horizontal, no, I'll do those in a separate one. Crap. Sorry.